Get you back to that breaking news that we've been following all afternoon here. I want to take you back out to Richardson. This is the UT Dallas campus where you can see where there was once an encampment. It's been torn down, most of it already cleaned up, but the protesters there, the pro-Palestinian protesters, are still remaining there on campus. We're getting reports of them encouraging other folks in the community to also come out there and join in with them.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us, it's been about an hour, almost an hour and a half now of us being on scene. Law enforcement quickly got on campus around 4 o'clock, started arresting people, detaining people. Jason Allen has been out there since that happened. Jason, I did check social media. There's nothing from the school being released yet. Some students have been posting about what's been going on. But have you been able to speak with anyone in the last 10 minutes or so about what it's like on campus and what the expectation may be throughout the rest of the evening?
Nicole, right now, that is what everyone is waiting for, to see what happens once law enforcement is done cleaning up this encampment that had been here for a little less than 12 hours. The pickup trucks are still backing up here. There's another one lined up back to where that encampment was to clean up what remains of the water, the food, the tires, and the debris that had been set up. And there is still a piece of the barricade, the boundary or border that protesters had set up on that camp that right now is still separating some law enforcement from the demonstrators who remain. Once all of that is gone, that is what a lot of people are waiting to see what happens next. Will they be told to disperse? Will they be allowed to stay here and keep chanting? I expect, based on the pace of the cleanup now, we're going to get that answer probably before the end of the hour.
Yeah, it is moving quickly. Jason, for folks who are just joining us, let's go ahead and just do a quick recap of how all of this started just before 4 o'clock, because our cameras were rolling when we saw the law enforcement officers move in there. Bring us back to what that was like.
Sure, and I'll take you back even further, right, because this group had been here since 4:30 in the morning, setting up and intending to stay throughout the night. There was no sign, really no real warning, that they were going to have to move out until about 3:45 when an organizer read a letter to the people who were gathered from the university saying that they would not be allowed to keep structures there. And very quickly then we saw, and can you point down this way? Can you see down that way, Robert? Down in that direction, we started to very suddenly see law enforcement amass. This is sheriff offices, this is the University System State Police, this is DPS. They set up in a line, in a column, and then they followed this sidewalk very quickly all the way up until they got to the encampment. And it happened very fast. And some of the protesters who stood their ground in front of what was the encampment, they were arrested quickly. Some of them pushed back, fought back, resisted. They were taken away. Others just very calmly gave in. And once police made those initial arrests and others saw what was happening, people who were inside moved back, some of them reluctantly, maybe stepping back slowly, but they have all moved back until they were outside the boundaries of that camp. And then we saw the law enforcement that you see back here behind me. And at the time, many of them were DPS officers, or they moved in, started tearing down all the tents and basically took back control of that space in that Central Mall area. Kat.
Yeah, we saw them kind of tossing tents over and honestly physically pushing people out of the way. But Jason, I want to ask you a question, because the war has been going on since October, right? And we're just now starting to see kind of this show of solidarity sweeping the country. We're seeing it pop up, these protests everywhere, it seems. In your opinion, is there something that was a catalyst for the movement to now be happening? I mean, we saw that humanitarian aid package be passed about a week ago, more money being sent to support the war. Is there anything just in your experience that you think is really triggering this show of force that we're seeing across the country right now?
I'm only going to speak to what people here in Texas have told me. And it's seeing what's happened on the other coasts and feeling that they needed to be a part of solidarity that has sparked the move here and now. A lot of them will repeat, as you just said, that this has been going on for months. And some of them, even today, will point out that this has been going on for decades, this war between Israel and Palestine. But it was the decision when seeing other people act at other college campuses that really made some of them here feel they needed to show solidarity, affinity, commitment to that cause, and really make this public show and support now.
Jason, thank you so much for your perspective and your update there. I want to give a quick update from law enforcement.
Is it the number of arrests?
Well, they're telling us that Richardson Police Department responded to the campus, obviously, this afternoon. They did that in response to UTD police asking for help. Richardson Police, along with other law enforcement, which we saw out there, a mixed bag of folks on scene, stepped in to help, but they are saying all questions regarding arrests and law enforcement support there have to be directed now to the school. And again, we have not heard from the school. I've been checking social media, checking our emails here to see if they've come out and said anything, if they've had a response to the people that have been detained and the encampment being broken up. But we'll keep you updated on that. Just a reminder, we've got Marvin Hurst also here.
Sure. But before we go to Marvin, though, and in case they're watching over at UT Dallas, the administrators there, and they're watching our coverage,
sure.
Yeah, please just let us know if there's any pertinent information that you'd like for us to get out there. We're committed to following this and covering this, so please give us a call so that we can update the public,
sure.
And get that information out there.